It is game 3 between the Yankees and the Red Sox. The Yankees are looking to make it 6 straight wins. Aaron Judge is knocking on the door to history, and the Wizard of Oswaldo continues to impress. My recap, your reactions coming up next. This is Yankees Game Night.
It's just a reaction.
Goodness gracious! This is Yankees Game Night.
Almost put on the wrong hat. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Thank you for spending your Saturday afternoon with me. The buzz in the stadium has been palpable for, the past several days since Aaron Judge hit number 60. A lot of people wanting to see number 61, and the fans have been waiting for a reason to erupt. But instead, the Yankees just keep winning. Judge isn't homering, but the Yankees just keep winning. And I wonder if the attention that Aaron Judge has been getting is taking some of the pressure off of some of the other guys. We saw Aaron Hicks play well. Gleyber Torres has turned it back on. Harrison Bader has made a smooth transition. That doesn't always happen when someone comes to New York. So with the 6-game win streak, we got to put up the hot streak flames. Let's hear it for the Yankees. Oops. There we go. So real quick announcement. When Aaron Judge finally does hit number 62, there's going to be a video coming out with highlights of his entire journey to 62. It's called Journey to 62. It's got highlights, news clips, different camera angles, a lot of great music, clips from MLB Network, clips from other content creators. It's my favorite video that I've ever had the pleasure or privilege to put together. So go ahead and subscribe so that when that comes out, you will get access to it. Also, for paid channel members, the video is on a playlist for members only. So it's 1 through 60, and it's just kind of like a work in progress, but it's pretty close to what it's going to actually be. And then obviously we'll add in the clips for 61, 62, and so forth as we go on. But give it a look. So Domingo Germán was very sharp in the first inning. Yoelva says, what if Judge stays at 60? I doubt that's going to happen. I mean, we got, 12 games left or something like that? Domingo Germán was very sharp in the first inning, struck out the first 2 hitters of the game. He did serve up a home run in the second inning. Gleyber Torres, though, put the Yankees on the board in the first.
That ball is high. It is far. It is gone.
Number 24 on the season. Hardest hit home run he's had all year. So he's coming around. Germán, like I mentioned, gave up the long ball in the second inning. Actually, 2 out of 3 hitters. Casas hit a home run, and then Reese McGuire hit a home run. So little blip on the radar. 3 runs. Those were the only 3 runs he gave up today. So kind of a very Garrett Cole style inning. Yankees got right back off the mat, though. RBI single from IKF to make it 3-2. And then bottom 4, Giancarlo Stanton picked up a single that ticked off the infielder's glove. And I'm thinking that Stanton's batting average, even though it's low right now, is going to benefit a lot more once the shift goes away. Because when he does hit it hard, there's going to be less infielders over there to gobble it up. They're going to have less reaction time. That should equal more hits. But he's got to start making more contact, though. Next batter, though, was Oswaldo Cabrera.
That ball is high. It is far. It is gone.
2-run shot for Ozzie airborne, the Wizard of Oswaldo. 4th home run of the season. That put the Yankees out front 4-3. Domingo was done after 5, 3 hits, 3 runs, 5 strikeouts, 2 homers. Overall, he had a very Garrett Cole-like start, dominant stuff, but trouble with the long ball. Bottom 5, Yankees got another run on an infield single by Josh Donaldson. Zach Britton came in for the 6th, and it was ugly.
Oh, yes.
It was ugly.
I hate this. It is revolting.
First appearance since having Tommy John surgery. We talked about how the command is an issue when you're coming back from Tommy John surgery. A lot of guys can get the arm strength back, but the command is the last thing to come. He had no command today. Velocity was down. He allowed a run on a hit and 3 walks. Just wasn't impressed. I don't need to see any more of him until the Yankees clinch. Nice job by Lou Trevino to come in with the bases loaded and get out of the jam. Red Sox tied it up at 5 in the top of the 7th on a base hit by Verdugo. That guy continues to play well against the Yankees. He's kind of their new version of Benintendi. Just a contact guy with some decent power, plays a solid outfield. I mean, I'm really impressed by Verdugo. Every time he comes here, he does something good. Bottom 7, Aaron Judge struck out on a questionable check swing to make it an 0-for-3 day. But Rizzo picked him up.
That ball is high. It is far. It is gone.
2-run shot for Rizzo, number 32 on the season. That is a career best for him. 4th time that he's done it. Yankees went up 7-5 at that point. That would be the final. Red Sox did put men on first and second with 1 out in the top of the 8th, and they were threatening to take the lead, but Harrison Bader flashed the leather. What a catch that was for Harrison Bader.
We spend $250 billion a year on defense.
Clutch diving catch to save a run. Probably save 2 or 3 runs. If it gets by him, it's probably an inside-the-park home run because he's in center field. Efros came in for the top of the 9th and immediately gave up a hit and hit a batter to put the tying run on base. Sox ended up loading the bases, but Efros got out of it to make it 6 in a row.
Ball game over. Yankees win. Yankees win. You're a winner.
The Black Crayon says Oswaldo and Bader really bringing the energy for this team 100%. They've been fantastic. Miguel Peralta says Bader is proving why the Yankees traded for him even while he had a boot on his leg. Look, it was a layup for us to make fun of that move, especially after Jordan Montgomery dominated going to St. Louis. But Bader has given Cashman a little bit of a reprieve on that move. He's been phenomenal. He's exactly the type of player that you want. To me, he's like an outfield version of IKF, only better. You know, he's tighter on defense, but he looks like he's going to be a contact guy for the most part. Not really a patient hitter. He's more of a see ball, hit ball kind of guy. But every day since he's been here, he's done something excellent. Even when he didn't start, he factored into the win. All right, we got something special for you guys today. We're going to do the highlights before we do the box score here. And we'll go through it and watch through it together. Magic numbers now down to 3. Thank you for Juan Peralta on that one. This is the home run by Gleyber Torres over the State Farm side. What a swing by Gleyber. Not losing balance, but really blowing those hips through the zone. This is the opposite field home run by Cassis. 4th of the year, I believe, for him. He hits a lot of home runs off the Yankees. And then this is the one that was just a wall scraper, but it made it 3-1. Just over the Pepsi sign. IKF singling through the left side and scored a run. Oswaldo coming around. Bader thrown out at third, had to review it, but Oswaldo going deep.
That ball is high. It is far. It is gone.
5 rows deep. Love it. Love it. And then the ground ball from Donaldson beats it out and a run scores. That's a tough play. Infield hit. Britton with the walk to drive in a run. And then Trevino gets out of it. Litke comes in, serves up the opposite field base hit to Verdugo and scored a run. But Rizzo, 88-mile-an-hour changeup, down and away, and he hooks it into the bullpen for a long home run.
High. It is far. It is gone.
Nice piece of hitting. Wasn't a great pitch. He gets right up on the plate so that he can reach that outside pitch. Love the reaction from the bench here. Oh! And the crowd knew it was gone. And then Clark Schmidt into pitch, and Bader taking away an RBI single. If he doesn't catch that, changes the whole complexion of the ball game. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the box score for tonight, or today, this afternoon. Yankees with their 93rd win of the season. That's against 58 losses. Lucas Litke gets the win. He is 4-4 on the season, 2.78 ERA. Aaron Judge, unfortunately, not leading in the Triple Crown anymore after today's outing. 3.14 average, 0 for 3 on the day. Rizzo, 1 for 3 with the 2-run shot. Torres, 2 more hits. He's up over 250. You know he would love to get, to that next milestone, 260, 270 by the end of the season. If he can stay hot, he's got a chance to get over 260. 270 is probably a reach. He'd have to get real hot, but he's been swinging the bat well. 1 for 3 for Donaldson. 1 for 4 for Stanton. He's hitting 213. He's not going to hit much better than 220 if he hits that. But as long as he's swinging the power bat going into the playoffs, that's what we need. Cabrera, 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a walk. Continues to climb in that OPS, over 700 now. He's really turning it on. At a time when you lose Ellsbury. Not Ellsbury. Yeah, we lost Ellsbury all the time. When you lose Benintendi. Man, I can't believe I said Ellsbury. When you lose Benintendi, who was just starting to play really well, that was a huge hole in left field. Remember, Gallo was gone. Hicks hasn't been able to do anything. You needed somebody to step up. And the fact that he can play excellent defense and hit for power and hit from both sides of the plate, it's been huge. And his arm has been fantastic. Bader 0 for 3, but saving runs on defense. Kiner Falefa, 1 for 4 with the RBI. Higashioka, 1 for 2. And then Trevino, 0 for 1. Let's go ahead and take a look at the pitching. Herman, 5 innings, 3 runs, 3.30 ERA. Britton, that ERA, not looking good, but it's only a third of an inning. If you give up 1 run for every out, that's 27 runs. That's why it's a 27 ERA. Trevino, I always mess that up. Trevino, 1 run allowed in 1 inning pitched. Litke goes 2/3 of an inning, gives up 3 hits and a walk, but somehow no runs. Schmidt gets a hold, and Efros gets the save. All right, so Mike D says we can start to rest players and set up for the playoffs. So there is this one thing that if you win the division, you do get 5 days off before you play in the postseason. You get 5 days. So that should be some rest. I don't know how much you really want to rest guys down the stretch. I was thinking that after you get the clinch done, taken care of, you'd probably give Judge a day off, but now I don't know. You might give him some DH days just to see how far over 60 he can get. But I'm not sure that they're going to rest a lot of guys entirely because, one, you want them to be swinging the bat well going into the playoffs. But you also don't want them to have too much rest. If you rest somebody in one of the last couple of days, they're basically playing 1 game in a week. And that's not great. What the Yankees should do, and this is probably not going to happen because DJ LeMahieu is set to come back here pretty soon. What they should do is let DJ LeMahieu take the rest of the season off and just ramp up on the side and try and come back for the playoffs. You stick him at third base, and I think you're set. All righty, let's see here. Dr. Hitskins with an excellent point says, we have to get our bullpen squared away. I think getting Efros back was a huge plus today, even though he was a little shaky. Just having him available was, a plus because he can eat up some outs. And the more reps he gets, the better he's going to get. I tell you who you really miss besides Mike King is you really miss Chad Green a little bit. People forgot about him. He wasn't super effective this year, but he was a guy who a lot of times would just give you a solid 7th inning. You're missing that. I feel like Loizaga's been, a little bit up and down, but better over the last month at large than in his season at whole. I trust him going into the playoffs. I feel like he's hitting the right notes right now. And should it come to that, should there be the need for a closer or a late inning dominant reliever, I would trust Domingo Germán enough in the rotation that you could put Severino into the bullpen. I think Severino would be a better weapon if you could use him multiple times in the series out of the bullpen. That's just my opinion. Mike D said he would consider trading Torres with Volpe in the hole. That's definitely something the Yankees are going to have to talk about. Chucky says, it seems like Michael Kay wanted the game to go into extra innings so Judge could get another at bat. I think everybody in the stadium wanted to see it, but I have a hard time rooting for the other team to come back. And when they asked Paul O'Neill about it, he had the same response that I have, which is you can't guarantee a win. If you give up these 2 runs just to get one guy another at bat, I mean, you're not guaranteeing yourself a win. It reminds me of, there have been times where, this is a Madden reference, where, you go for it on 4th down and 20, thinking that you're up big against your opponent, and you don't make it, they score, and they end up coming back to beat you. It's the same kind of feeling. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, we got to do the belt. We haven't done the belt yet. All right, let's go ahead and go with the man who hit the go-ahead home run, Anthony Rizzo.
Let's go. Belt winner.
Thank you to Trapper John. Get a round of applause. Victor says, do you think the pressure is getting to Judge? I mean, it has to be hard not to get to you. I mean, he's doing something that nobody does. He's also not seeing a ton of great pitches. Pitchers are pitching him extremely carefully. They're pitching him like it's the 7th game of the World Series. Nobody's starting him off with a get-me-over breaking ball or a get-me-over fastball anymore. They're starting from pitch 1, making pitchers pitches. So, it's not going to be easy. But, look, tomorrow's the day he's got to do it, or else he's going to do it on the road. Mike D says, hope DJ and Carp can make it to the playoffs. I would love to see Carp come back. I think DJ is going to be hampered a little bit by that toe, but, I still love his defense in there at third, and he makes enough contact that I think I would rather have him at third base in a playoff game than Donaldson. But we got to see. I mean, he had no power whatsoever, no thump behind the ball the last, probably month that he played before he went on the IL. Jacob, flirting with a band, says Judge won't get the record. He sucks. Well, see you later. You're out of here.
Get off my bridge.
Bye-bye to Jacob. Fans of other teams are welcome, but if you start trolling, we got to give you the heave-ho. That's how it goes. It's like automatically getting ejected when you argue balls and strikes. I don't mind if Red Sox fans or Astros fans or whomever comes in here. But if you start trolling and acting like a jackass, it's going to be your last time. See you later. See you later. Let's see here. Michael Anderson says Germán has a 2.74 ERA in 59 innings since Houston. Gotta hand it to him. He's pitched pretty well. Gave up a couple of home runs today, but not everybody, not everybody gets there the same way, right? I mean, he's going to have starts where he dominates, and he's going to have starts where he gets clobbered. I mean, he's not Nestor Cortez, right? He's a power guy. And so guys are going to run into the fastball. He's going to give up home runs sometimes. I'm not that worried about him. I think he's going to be fine. I would trust him in the playoffs. Frankie says, doesn't mind if the trolls come into his comments, helps the algorithm. I'm not that worried about the algorithm. My theory on the algorithm is if you make quality content, like if you build it, they will come. That's my motto. If you build quality comment, then it doesn't matter what the algorithm says. I'm not going to let people poison the community just for my own personal benefit. That's not what this community is about. All right, one more time from Mr. John Sterling.
Ball game over. Yankees win. Yankees win.
Hoodie with the final comment. Says, gained a lot of respect for Pavetta, to be honest. Challenged, judge, and lived to tell the tale. Gotta respect the competitiveness. Wholeheartedly agree. I will see you guys after tomorrow's game. And I believe is an ESPN night game, so we should have David Cohn in the booth. I'm headed off to the movies. I'm going to go see Don't Worry, Darling. There's this movie theater that serves pizza, and I've been fasting all day, so I'm going to murder a carnivore pizza with bacon and pepperoni. And apologies to the vegans out there. I'll see you next time.